If recent newspaper reports are to be believed, Lucy Letby has now moved prisons. By all accounts, she is now residing at HMP Bronzefield, which is situated in Surrey. Now, as many people will remember, after Lucy Letby's trial concluded, it was widely reported in the media that Lucy Letby was going to be moved from where she was staying at the time, which was Newhall near Wakefield, and she would be located at HMP Low Newton in Durham. However, to the best of my knowledge, that move actually never took place. I heard whispers that Lucy Letby was still on the healthcare wing at HMP Newhall, and that was where she remained for the weeks and months that led on after her trial concluded. However, as I say, if recent newspaper reports are to be believed, she has now been moved to HMP Bronzefield in Surrey. Now, it's actually quite interesting when you take a look at what the newspapers have been reduced to in terms of reporting on Lucy Letby. Now, bearing in mind, there was a reporting restriction put in place where the newspapers and other media sources cannot discuss the case, they can't discuss what's happened, you can't make your documentaries, you can't make your films about Lucy Letby, you can't talk about her at all concerning the original case. So really, realistically, all the newspapers can actually talk about is Lucy Letby's prison life, and it's actually reduced down to the fact that they're discussing Lucy Letby's disgraceful new prison life, luxuries, hair dye and furious inmates, as reported here by the Mirror. Now let's think about this. So Lucy Letby has now been moved to Surrey, she's been moved to HMP Bronzefield, and these prisoners are seeing Lucy Letby most likely, you would imagine, for the first time, and they're probably saying, well, you know, she's got brown hair, she's dyeing her hair. Now, Lucy Letby had brown hair anyway. Lucy Letby's hair was dark. When I saw her in person back in the summer of this year, Lucy Letby's hair was incredibly dark. The reason being, she doesn't dye her hair blonde anymore. It's that simple. But yet in these headlines, they've literally been reduced to saying Lucy Letby's luxuries, hair dye and furious inmates, when really she hasn't dyed her hair. It's just simply the fact that she hasn't been able to dye it blonde. Anyway, so as I say, the latest developments concerning Lucy Letby in terms of where she is located would appear to be HMP Bronzefield in Surrey. However, there is some more important news regarding Lucy Letby, and that is a hearing which is due for December the 12th. So in just over a week's time, Lucy Letby looks set to be stripped of her nursing credentials. Take a listen to the following. Child killer Lucy Letby may be stripped of her nursing credentials at a hearing later this month. In August, Letby, 33 of Hereford, was sentenced to 14 whole life orders after she was convicted of the murders of 7 babies and the attempted murders of 6 others, with 2 attempts on one of her victims. The former Aylstone School pupil had been working at the Countess of Chester Hospital at the time of the offences. The offences took place in the hospital's neonatal unit where Letby worked between June 2015 and June 2016. But despite the convictions, which make her one of Britain's worst female serial killers and means that she will spend the rest of her life in prison, she has not yet been removed from the nursing register. Regulator, the Nursing and Midwifery Council, has now listed a 2-day hearing to decide if Letby should be removed from the register on December the 12th in London. Letby also faces a retrial in June for 1 count of attempted murder. Okay, so it would appear that on December the 12th there will be a 2-day hearing in London. Now, for the life of me, I can't understand why it would take 2 days to strike off a convicted serial killer, but by all accounts that is what is going to take place, so I guess we will find out the outcome of that hearing within the next sort of couple of weeks or so. Now, in terms of future content regarding the Lucy Letby case, I do plan on attending her trial again in June of next year for the retrial on the 1 count of attempted murder, so I will be covering that in some detail, and also naturally the inquiry which is currently ongoing. Next week I plan on covering the current ongoing trial concerning the tragic murder of Brianna Jai, so do look out for videos concerning that case, which should start from Monday. Many thanks for joining me for this video. I look forward to seeing you all again for the next one. Take care. Cheers.